Hi guys, guess what? Today we're going to look at some of the scariest moments that have ever been caught by trail cameras. Sure, we could take the easy route, show you some videos about bunnies hopping around in a field, or owls perching on a branch at night, looking for a mouse to pounce on. Nah, we decided we aren't going to focus on the pretty stuff today. After all, when trail cams were invented, they were made so that people could view the amazing things that happen in the woods. However, trail cams record the good with the bad, and boy are there many creepy and scary moments that occur in the woods, forests, or even outside your very own home. Luckily for you guys, we've taken on the task of compiling such creepy videos for you, so sit back and watch as we show you some of the scariest moments ever caught by trail cameras. Killer clowns. We begin this list of scary things picked up by trail cams by looking at something that many of us might be frightened by, whether or not we'd like to admit it. That's right, I'm not talking about bears or lions. I'm talking about the things that have scared quite a few of us since our childhood, ever since they came dancing stupidly into our birthday parties and making those ridiculous balloon animals. That's right, I'm talking about clowns. Too many times have people complained about what some might consider an irrational fear. But I tell you what, there's just something about this creepy smile that could send shivers up anyone's spine. We're sure that the clown in this footage we're about to show you is probably worse than most of the clowns that come climbing out of those tiny ridiculous cars. This clown in particular was filmed by a trail camera out in the woods of Pennsylvania during the clown craze of 2016. I don't know about you, but there is something about this strange clown sneering sinisterly in the dead of night that just screams creepy. Let's just say that some of us are just relieved that the clown is on the camera and not in their presence. Nevertheless, this is still one scary footage that was recorded by trail cams. Killer bears. Next up, we take a look at a pair of bears ready to rip each other apart over some territory. A large tree. Maybe this is the perfect tree for getting rid of an itch, I don't know. It just appears to be that neither of these bears are gonna give an inch to the other. People know how territorial these creatures can be. After all, many stories have been told about how some helpless or unfortunate individual just happened to stray into a cave, occupied by a large grizzly, or just happened to ride fast enough to startle a black bear, only to end up getting mauled to death by these massive predators. So we all know how devastating an attack from this creature can be. Watching them lumber around clumsily might fool you, but as you watch these bears smack each other around, you're reminded that death lies at these creatures' paws and jaws. This bear brawl isn't as devastating as the tussle only lasts long enough for one to back off. Nonetheless, watching these bears go at it should serve as a reminder that no man should go toe-to-toe with these bears. That would make for a scarier picture than this already is. Strange man in the dark woods. The following images that we're about to show you are just as scary as the last, if not more so. That is because we're talking about a strange man who's lingering in the woods in the dead of night. At first, he can be seen kneeling over, as though he was in pain. However, some believe he may be worshiping something on the floor, as we're coming to terms with what we're seeing. It gets even eerier as in the next image of this strange man. He rises to his feet and stares out into the night with a 1,000-mile stare on his face. This weird scene has creeped everyone out, especially as the man is not even wearing some outlandish costume. No, he's dressed in something even stranger, a weird robe. This has made some people speculate that this might be a man who may have just participated in an occult ritual or ceremony. Creepy stuff. As bizarre as this might be, doubters have expressed their belief that this might just be a sick or mentally ill man who is scared and lost in the woods. Whatever the case may be, this sure makes for another scary and disturbing video that was captured by trail cams. Don't get out of the car. The next footage is scary and harrowing at the same time, as it serves as a reminder that for real, when you go on a safari, a zoo, or an animal park, you must obey the signs you see in the park and the instructions of the park rangers or attendants. Too many times we've seen signs telling visitors of the park not to feed the bears or provoke the monkeys in their unit. But you know, the most uncontrollable animals in such places are in most cases the humans. Maybe they're just trying to get the most of their experience, or is it just some arrogant putz who's adverse to being told what to do? But we now know that these instructions are mostly disobeyed because they've never had to deal with the consequences of disobeying the park's directives. Unfortunately, in 2016, an unfortunate family learned how badly things can go the hard way. In a park in Beijing, a family visited the place hoping to enjoy a fun afternoon. However, as the footage shows, the driver decided to step out of the car for some reason. It didn't take long for her to regret this because not even up to 5 seconds later, she got snatched away by a ferocious tiger. Immediately, her mother came to her aid, but this proved to be a fatal mistake. While the daughter was recovered from the tiger, her mother was snatched and killed by another one. This sad tale is massively distressing to watch. Nonetheless, it serves as a strong reminder to all that despite being in uncontrolled environments, these parks aren't totally safe from the wild animals. These dark images make this one of the scariest footages that have ever been recorded by a trail camera. Strange phantom in the night. The next footage we're going to show you might make you question your beliefs. However, if your beliefs aren't constantly tested, how do you validate what you know? Well, prepare to ponder on these things as you take a look at something strange. The trail cam footage we're about to show you was retrieved as recently as 2022 from a trail cam placed outside a man's place of work. His son saw the footage and was so frightened by what he saw, he posted it on Reddit immediately, just so he could see what the world thought. The video starts off innocently enough, a dark path in the middle of the night. However, in the moments that follow, a strange figure appears on the camera as it walks along the path. As you can see, this strange figure appears to be one of two phantoms wandering around in the night, probably on their way to plague the lives of some unwitting victims. Such a scene is stunning, as not only is there doubt about the existence of the afterlife and the entities that could exist therein, but it's also thought to be impossible to capture such a frightening concept on camera. Of course, many people have doubted the veracity of this footage, as we mentioned earlier. As society becomes more and more secular, spirituality is becoming a thing of the past, and as such, many people would turn their noses away from such an image. But I don't know, strange things are happening in the middle of nowhere. I know the Ghostbusters make people say they aren't afraid of no ghosts, but this is one scary video. With that, our video has come to an end. Let us know your thoughts on these creepy sightings in the comments below. And if you liked what you saw, what's keeping you from hitting that subscribe button and turning on post notifications? Trust me, you don't want to miss any of our videos.